I'm live. I'm live, yo. Let me just quickly do this. And you get to see more of me than you normally would. Look at that. Now, I put this over there because that's where my bed is. And I put this over there because... Anyway, welcome everybody. Hey Ben. Welcome everybody to another Fowl original. The frick are you doing? Now, I'm going to try and do this as best as possible. Hope the audio is okay. I hope it's good. I've done some real finagling. I've got space to dance. I actually do. It's great. Yeah, and as I said, there's my bed over there. There's a TV over there. So I'm keeping an eye on that monitor over there, but I'm also keeping an eye on this over here. So hope that the stream's working okay for you. As I said, say hello, Ben. Now, maybe I put this over here so it's easier to see, so I don't lose you guys so badly. Actually, yeah, that might work. Oh, it's popping off over there. Actually, if I close that, bear with me a second, folks. As I said, it's a little bit. All right, and then that, and I think that'll work. Oh, because I'm trying to fix stuff. Now I can look at the camera and I can see the stuff in the chat at the same time. Can I make that bigger? Can I pop it out? Well, I can pop it out. I'm gonna make it bigger. There we go. Alright, so I think I can read you guys at the same time. So, welcome everybody, and hello. Welcome to another Fowl original. As I said, over there is where my monitor is. So that's why I'm looking over there instead of looking at the camera. But, hello, y'all. So today's show is another one of the crypto series. I'm going to try and maybe it's a Monday and a Friday kind of thing, but I thought I would discuss real quick like what the bloody hell is going on with crypto and Bitcoin in general. Now I titled this video "What is FUD and why is Bitcoin crashing?" Now FUD stands for fear, uncertainty and doubt. So within the market, there are people that, I might have to quickly do this every now and then, there are people within the market that don't want you to make any money. Now this sounds really, really bad. This sounds like, I don't want you to make any money. But it's not that. It's that there are people within the community, whales mainly, who are happy to spread FUD, fear, uncertainty and doubt. And I did quickly go over this in the last video, but mainly, the fear, uncertainty and doubt helps, like it's beneficial to some people. Some fear, uncertainty and doubt comes from people who wanted to get in. They wanted to get into the boat, but they couldn't, yeah. They didn't have the money at the time. They didn't see that it would actually make any money, and they are happy. They're the kind of people who, when you're like, oh, I went and did, I'm trying to think of an example now, but it's like, oh, I went to Alton Towers. Oh, did you know? Oh, you shouldn't go to Alton Towers. You know that rides aren't real and stuff. And it's like, well, I had a fun time. I had a great time. You couldn't go. That's your deal. But it really is, at the moment, affecting the community. When I bought some crypto, and I will go a little bit deeper, but when I bought some crypto back in December time, as I think I said the date, December the 16th. When I bought my crypto, the market was sitting at about 500 billion, and it was on its way to get to 700. No, sorry, it was getting up to 700, and I was there when it was like 800, and it was getting close to $1 trillion. $1 trillion within cryptocurrency, which is a massive amount. Massive. Yeah. And I got in when it was 500, so I've watched the market today dip massively, and this is the next point. So within the market, there are people that like kind of within the market. There are people that got in, and I think I've said this already. They got in like January time, and they looked at it like last year, and they went, well, if I put my money in here, then by December it will have shot up, and I don't want to miss the boat. I don't want to miss the boat at all, because if I miss it, then I miss the boat. I can't swim. Unfortunately, that means that a massive segment of the people that own cryptocurrency have what they call weak hands. Now, cryptocurrency is a speculative thing anyway. You know, you're betting on money to be worth something later on down the line. Because you are doing that, there are so many things that can go wrong, and all it takes is one big news article to just take the market down. Now, it happened, the first time it happened was when there was a speculation about South Korea, one of the biggest cryptocurrency markets within the world, and they were talking about banning cryptocurrency in South Korea. Now, when I was kind of first doing my like looking and learning and stuff, I stayed up for a few days, was because what would happen was the American markets would close, and so would the British ones, and as they closed, then the South Koreans and the Japanese would bolster the market overnight. We're talking about like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning GMT, and they would bolster it. So as I would have been going to bed, the market would go whoosh, and I'd be like, damn, well, I better get involved. And that meant that when they then took, so as I said, South Korea was propping up the market, basically. The market without South Korea, we then found out, because CoinMarketCap, which is a site which kind of monitors all of the big cryptocurrencies, all of them, I'm going to have to figure out how to do this better, they had been taking into account the South Koreans and the Japanese markets. Then they changed. So bear in mind, this is the biggest site. This is the BBC News. This is the not CNN, fake news, but this is the BBC News of, you know, trusted cryptocurrency sources. And for pricing, all the major apps, like I use Altfolio, use CoinMarketCap's API, which allows them to get the prices live. Now, they made a decision, which when all this stuff was going on with South Korea and the uncertainty within there and the volatility, they just decided to wipe it clean. So there was like about $200 billion just whoosh, off the market. So as it was creeping up to 700 to 800 billion, it just came right down, and that was scary as hell. I remember seeing my gains at 150% of what I initially put in the middle of December, and within 2 weeks I'd seen it whew, and then I'd seen it drop. But I wasn't really worried because I didn't see it drop below the level of the money that I put in, and I had some kind of more solid investments that weren't all based on it. But as I said before, because of the value of Bitcoin dropping, where today, when I was coming home, it was worth £6,700, so it's dipped below $8,000. Ethereum Ethereum's on the rise. Ethereum, and they spoke about something called the flippening, where there's a lot of ippenings, you know. The flippening, where Ethereum takes over and Bitcoin drops down, looks like it's happening a lot sooner than it probably would. The problem today was that India decided, well, you know what, we're going to ban cryptocurrency trading. Coincidentally, it was because of India that the price back in 2016 went up as high as it did, because India was facing a massive issue with banks not allowing people to withdraw their money, and people were looking for an alternative, and they started to look into cryptocurrencies within India. And because there was a lot of money there, the price of Bitcoin at the time shot up, and it shot right up. That's when we got the $1,000 Bitcoin, and it's because of them. So it is kind of poetic that as they now have banned cryptocurrency, but remember, this is cryptocurrency. Bans ain't gonna really work to the normal, they'll work to the normal people, but the people that are invested in it and they know how the technology works and they've invested beforehand, they can still trade. There are still ways for them to trade. It's just that they won't be able to officially do it on the big Indian cryptocurrency markets, which I don't really know of any really. But because of that, again, FUD entered the market. massive FUD, and the second that the Indian markets came off, it wiped today $200 billion off the market. I watched it go down to today to about 400 billion, and I was like, and I remember seeing it, and like I've been watching on my app Altfolio. On that app, like it says a percentage in green or in red, how much you've gained, how much you've lost, and I'm hodling. I'm a hodler, yeah. Call me Glenn Hoddle. Call me the hodl later, because I'm hodling, yeah. And like I did say last stream, what I'm holding really, and I did some day trading back then. I watched the volatility, I was involved in it, my heart just sank all the time, but I'm now hodling my coins. Some of them I've got some sell orders, which if the market ever back up, then my sell orders will do relatively well. I mean, I've still not today, and this is why I'm kind of doing this video. For me, more to look back on this later on in life. But also for you guys to say, look, if you're invested in cryptocurrency right now, then hodl. If, as I said in the last video, and that's the thing about cryptocurrency, you don't put money in that you can't, that you don't put anything in that you could afford to lose. If it is a case of, and this is the problem, and this is part of that whole FUD situation, is that people that got in and put their life savings in when Bitcoin was worth about 10 grand, those people, I mean, the people that got involved in January, they've seen a 20% drop at the start of January to the end of January. If you put £1,000 in at the start of January and you weren't 100% sure how like the whole thing works, so you kept it all within Bitcoin, or you weren't sure how the whole thing worked, so you kind of put it into altcoins paired with Bitcoin, then unfortunately, as every single asset, be that Bitcoin itself, Ethereum, all altcoins, all exchanges, all work within Bitcoin Satoshi, so they work within a fraction of a Bitcoin. So when a fraction of a Bitcoin drops, so does the value of it. And I've seen mine come down today. I still haven't dipped below the level of when I put it in back in December, but it's getting close. It's getting real close. I'm still seeing green. As long as I'm still seeing green, then I'm not worrying. And as I said, I've kind of thrown myself back into YouTube and a few other things, because what refreshing over and over and over again can only do so much. And I mean, I lived through that big dip, and there is a chance, and as I said, there's no guarantees, there's no nothing, but South Korea came out today and confirmed that they ain't going nowhere. South Korea's going to stay. And the second that happened, I watched like the market go up again a little bit. So I mean, I haven't got my phone with me right now, but let's just quickly look at the level of where crypto coin is right now. Maybe I'm better off doing it over here. One quick sec, because that laptop that's there isn't really doing what I need to. So crypto, let's say coin market cap, and I can tell you what the level is right now in dollar. So the whole market right now, Bitcoin market, so the total value of Bitcoin, which is being traded and everything, which has been a lot higher than this, that's currently at $146 billion. So in sterling, that's about 120. I don't know if we'll put it at 120. Put it at 120, 130. So it's about $130 billion, and the price at present is $8,693 and 44 cents. But hey, that's a few cents. And Ethereum's at $894. Now, Ethereum's the one that's kind of held its place a little bit. There seems to be, a lot of people talk about technicals and stuff, there seems to be support at about, which is where there's a big buying wall, and where people are kind of, you know, they've all kind of put their eggs in that buy basket. and they've got probably quite good. They seem to have quite good support at about $750 to $800, which, you know, when I got in, Ethereum was about Ethereum was about $500, so it did go up a bit as I was investing, but you know, that's still, if you put money in back in September, or if you put money in January, you lost some money. But if you put money in December at the start of even the middle, even the end, then you're probably looking at roughly what you had to start with, which is kind of where I am at the moment. There is one thing that I'm doing, which is going up, which is Bankera. Bankera are doing an ICO. They are part of Spectro Coin, and as I said, I hold some of these coins. I got in when it was 17 cents. For not 17 cents, sorry, 0.017 cents for a Bankera token. I put a little bit of money into there, and that actually has a dividend that comes to you as well within Ethereum. So every Wednesday, and Thursday, which is why I kind of wanted to do it today, every Wednesday I get free Ethereum basically, and the value of what I have is going up by, it's now about 2 cents, so it's gone up by 0.7, so it's gone up like about not 30%, it'd be like 3% or thereabouts. It's gone up. It's gone up, and I'm not gonna look that gift horse in the mouth whatsoever. But the total market cap, as I said, the top 3 at the moment are I think what we're gonna see, and the top 3 are Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple. Now Ripple's the one that's taken the biggest dive, and that's gone down to 84 cents. Up from an all-time high of about $3, so that's a massive drop, but they've got 33 billion going through them. Bitcoin Cash, which I hold a little bit of as well, Bitcoin Cash has come down to $1,177, which is about £900 grand. And Bitcoin Cash, everything's red all over CoinMarketCap. Yeah, it's all red. But the last thing I was going to say, the top 5 at present, and these are the coins that these are the coins that will last and weather the storm. Those are Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Bitcoin Cash, and Cardano. Now, all of these 5 have been shifting around within the top 5. Other than Bitcoin, which has remained at the top, and Ethereum, which has gone up and down, Ripple, which went to number 2 at one point, so I keep looking over here. And the last thing I'm going to say is current market cap is $414 billion. Now it says at the side as well, there are just over 1,500 cryptocurrencies and almost 8,500 cryptocurrency markets. And the Bitcoin dominance is 35.3%, which basically means that of all the money which is involved in cryptocurrency, 35.3% is sitting in Bitcoin, which is kind of, that hasn't ever really moved. Like, if I remember correctly, that's kind of where it's always been, which is good. So if you're involved, as I said, if you're invested in Bitcoin from before this all happened, if you invested in Bitcoin, let's say you invested in it in November time, you've still seen a return. I mean, you've still seen like money. Not a massive amount. You're probably best off hodling for a bit, but you've seen some. And that's kind of what I'm going to end it on. That there is a lot. This as a market itself is a very hard thing to judge, very hard thing to look at. It's speculative. A lot of people spoke of the bubble. The bubble was there. The bubble was real. But, I mean, a bubble in itself, in any normal kind of technology, and as I said earlier on with India, unlike a normal company where the company would, you know, scandal something, people get fired, it ends, everyone loses their money, everyone sells, da-da. doesn't really happen in cryptocurrency. The problem is that you've got people that hold a lot of coins, and as people get scared and they sell, then there are a whole bunch of people that are happy to buy Bitcoin at that price, knowing full well that Wall Street have put Bitcoin futures, which is the price that they believe Bitcoin will get to, at about $10,000 to $12,000 moving forwards. If that's the case, then there will be some big buy orders and there will be a spike. They're looking, I think they were looking at that at the end of this quarter. So if you can hodl through to April, really, and in April thing happens, which is the G8 summit get together, G8 still, right? They get together and basically they're going to have a big discussion about what they're going to do about this cryptocurrency lock. Whatever they put down, that's going to be something that will really affect the market. But I personally, Fowl Original, is hodling. Like, I'm hodling. I'm still looking at other cryptocurrencies. I was going to start doing some mining again, but I mean, I can't do OBS if I was mining. I can't do this if I was mining. When I was mining, I basically gave my computer over to the mining beast, and it was good. It was fun, but I think that there's better things to do. And you know, it was great. You just like leave it to do itself, but right. And I mean, again, it's a little bit of FUD in my head as well, but there are people that last January were mining Ethereum and it was easy, relatively easy to get yourself 1-2 Ethereum on every single investment. Obviously that shot up massively, but looking for that coin, that coin that you're mining right now, which is going to be worth all of that money way down the line. There's 1,300 cryptocurrencies right now. That's a diluted market. Picking one out of 1,500 when there's new coins, joke coins being made every day specifically so that whales can do pump and dumping. I mean, it's not worth trying to guess the market, because there's enough cryptocurrencies to spread the money around. So I'll leave it on that. Now, thank you all very much for joining this kind of test experimente to see if this would work within my bedroom, and if this would work here. I have got some tweaks I'm going to have to do. Like, you might not be able to see this, but I'll try and show you. I've got a microphone here, but I wanted to test to see, I mean, I've got a booming voice. I wanted to test to see if I could just do it like this, instead of having extra stuff kind of playing around. But I mean, I will do, as I said, this I find a bit more fun. If I can figure out a way to control OBS as well from here, maybe with my phone or something, or maybe with like a wireless mouse, I don't know. But if I could figure out a way, then we could do some other stuff. I mean, I could just bring my chair over and sit down and do a video like 99% of the other people do. But I figured it's probably better if I just get up a little bit to do this stuff. So, if you learn anything whatsoever today, I would say, if you want to get investing, I would. If I hadn't already, I would right now. And I would. That's me personally. But let's pull the, I'm not a financial advisor. And unfortunately, the market will go up and go down. Guaranteed money is not available at the end of the rainbow. Because I'm not a financial advisor, I'm just a guy who kind of likes tech, likes money, two married together, great relationship. So that's it really. And this has been a Fowl Original. Thanks for watching. See you next time. If you're going to invest, if you think that you want to invest in crypto coin, please have a look in the description. I've got a link to Coinbase, the biggest fiat to cryptocurrency market out there. Trusted, secured, so financially secured, so you ain't gonna lose your money. But you can, and they've also got an exchange connected to them, which no fees. We've also got Binance in the description, which is what I use as one of my other exchanges, which is where I'm doing some of the hodling, and it's doing pretty well at the moment. And also you can look at Cryptopia. There's a few links that I've popped in the description. Obviously I've got my Patreon in there as well, which feel free to give me a little bit of your money. But also, and I have said this already, if you've got some crypto coins that you've got millions and millions and millions of, and you just don't know what to do with them, feel free to pop them over here. And what I would like to do in future is maybe some kind of experiments with those that cryptocurrency, and see if we can, out of some of those really cheap. So like, I'll give you a quick example before I go. So if I go, we're going to go to number. Let's just switch it totally. If we go to number 100, actually no, let's go to number 99 on the coin market cap right now. You've got Quant Stamp, which is at 28 cents. I mean, if you had a few hundred of them, you don't know what to do with it. You got to give it to me. Go for it, and I'll see. Funnily enough, Quant, I'll go to the bottom, and it's the ones at the bottom that are making the money, which kind of goes to show where the money is being spent. So if you're investing in cryptocurrency, you know, hodl with me. Don't panic sell. If you want to panic sell, do it. If you're getting to that point, and that's me, as I said, if you're getting to that point where you're about to hit what you've put in, and you put in money in January, and you don't want to have the stress, then yeah, go ahead, sell. But if you can hodl that little bit longer, then I'd hodl then. But if you have to, if that's what you have to do, then sell. So, this has been Fowl Original. Thanks for watching. See you next time. And make sure you check out some of these other live streams I'll be doing. I will try and do some more tutorial style based stuff when I can get on OBS. That would not be me standing up doing this. That'd either be me sitting on my bum or sitting in bed over there trying to do this. And that's what I was trying to do when I first got here. So thanks, and hope you enjoyed it. If you want to get involved in the conversation, you can drop a comment, and you can also check out, if you like wrestling, totally tangent, if you like wrestling, you can check out Fowl Original Wrestling, where we do live streams, and every Thursday night for now, between 7 PM and 10:30 PM GMT, we will be watching 5-star wrestling. I'll be letting you know where you can see that as well, and chatting about it. So thanks very much. This has been Fowl Original. Thanks for watching. I'm going to go over here to stop this next time. Now you can still probably hear me in the background, but thanks for joining, folks. And it's almost coming up to, you know what, actually, let's round this up to a cool half an hour. So we're at, as I said, we're at 28 minutes 34. Like, I don't know what's going on. Let's see how many people are watching. I think it's just Benny Boy. Is it just Benny Boy? I think it is. So maybe we popped out chat, but there's no one here. That's what it says. Great. Thank you, YouTube. You are the real MVP. You always have been. You always will be. So yeah, I'll end it. But I hope you guys join the wrestling ones. We are having a great ball over there. And I end this now. Thanks, guys. And gals. And miscellaneous.